holidays to all.
The Drive with Dan Michaels on 94.1 FM and the Triple Towers of Power, the Mighty 790 KFGO.
The Mighty 790 KFGO, good afternoon. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you, Santa, over there. 4:40 KFGO time. Boston Pop's version of Sleigh Ride. Love this tune. We're going to have to play the, are you familiar with, didn't Air Supply do
I don't
Sleigh
know.
Ride? I think they did.
They might have.
Might be the one thing from Air Supply that I really like. I think that's it. Say, before we move on here this afternoon, we were just talking about the fact that KT Oslin was reported to have passed overnight. Here's a shocker for you. There's been another death in popular culture. Kevin Green has passed away at the age of 58.
Wow.
Rams selected Kevin Green as the 113th overall pick with the 85 draft out of Auburn. He spent a couple of years with the Rams. He was with the Steelers. He was with the Carolina Panthers, among other teams. What a shame. No report on how he passed. They're just... the Pro Football Hall of Fame and NFL officials are just putting out their sorries right now. But Kevin Green has passed away at the age of 58, NFL player. 4:42 at the Mighty 790 KFGO, his former team in action tonight. My favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, were going to be traveling down to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Pregame starts at 6:30 tonight on KFGO. 7:15 is the kickoff. Well, you may all be familiar with this commercial as time has gone by on KFGO.
I'm so excited. I can't wait much longer.
Wait for what? Christmas presents? Sleigh bells? Santa?
No, Dad. The holiday lights at Lindenwood Park. I can't wait to pile into the car, sip hot chocolate, and listen to all the holiday music and look at all the sparkling lights. How much longer do we have to wait?
Well, it looks like it's open every night at 5:30 and runs all month long in December. Maybe we can go a couple of times, pal.
I can't wait to tell my friends about the holiday lights at Lindenwood. We should all go together.
Well, we better ask Mom first.
The Mighty 790 KFGO, that's right, that spot, I think it was done 12 years ago. That depends on how old my guest is. Jake Anderson was a little boy when he cut that commercial with me, and I tell you what, every holiday season, I take static from my friends. I have other people tell me, oh, it always just means Christmas to me, Dan, when I hear that on the radio. We had Daryl Vosbeck, who runs the holiday lights at Lindenwood, on the air last week, and we put it to him, Daryl, why do you run this old commercial? He said, oh, it encompasses everything. It captures the message of what we're trying to do to get people to come to Lindenwood Park. And, Paulie, you were going by Lindenwood on Saturday night. You said it was very busy.
At first, I thought they were just an extension of the holiday lights that were there, but then I realized they were all cars backed up to the entrance of Lindenwood. I was just like, wow, that's awesome.
Well, that's great, and thank you for your support of the holiday lights at Lindenwood. Those folks do a lot of great things with the money that's raised from the holiday lights at Lindenwood. So I was at work that day, however many years ago, and I got called into the production studio and handed a script and, hey, Dan, Jake's here. Would you mind cutting this spot? Well, sure, and Jake joins us this afternoon. This is Jake Anderson, who is Carlene Anderson's son. Carlene is on our sales staff here at KFGO, has been for many, many years, and Jake's grandpa is one of the greatest guys I've ever known, one of the best radio men ever in North Dakota. His name was Dick Voigt, and we miss him all the time around here. Jake Anderson is with us this afternoon. Hi, Jake. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Terrific. Jake, how old are you now?
I'm 23 years old now, and feels like it's been 50 years since I cut that commercial with you way back in the day.
So what do you think, Jake, when that commercial goes on the air every Christmas?
You know, when that commercial goes on there, I'm not the first one to hear it. My mom always hears it first, and she shoots me a text right when she hears it and tells me that they're playing it again.
And she wants to squeeze your cheek and give you a kiss, and she loves you?
Oh, yeah. You know how mothers are.
Well, I know how your mom is. That is for sure. Well, Jake, so if you're 23, your mom told me you were 10 when you cut that. Is that your memory too?
It's got to be all of that. You know, that's one of my earliest memories of that whole station.
Well, there you go. So 13 years ago, it would make that 2007. So that adds 13 years old. and now it keeps getting played every year. Amazing. So, Jake, that's your one big memory of being here at KFGO. I was going to ask you, did you get to do a lot of other spots when you were a youngster?
Yeah, I was in the studio there with my mother, and we did a lot of ads there, but none of them stuck like this one did, that's for sure.
Jake, I've been telling everybody that you're a grandpa now that the ad's been on so long. You've grown gray. But tell us the truth. Are you get us up to date. Are you married? What do you do these days, Jake? Get us caught up.
I'm not married. I've been with my lovely girlfriend for just about 4 years now. Went to school, and I actually work for Lindsay Echo Water here locally, and I'm doing medical grade water treatment and lab water treatment, and it's keeping me busy. I
got it. He just had gotten home from work when we hooked up this afternoon when I got him on the line. So every year when this ad comes on the air, do people know it's you? Do people have any idea that's you on the radio?
Way back when, some people could recognize the voice, but I think my voice changed a little bit over the years. It's kind of hard to pick me out from it now.
So do you get any static? Since nobody kind of knows that that's you, do you get any static about this?
Just from the family most of the time. Mom's always happy to hear the commercial going, and everyone in the family loves it. But other than that, I don't get too much from it.
I got you. So do you remember, do you have any memory of cutting the spot? Do you remember how you got dragged into the production studio that day?
Yeah, I remember coming in that day, and I remember sitting down with you and going through the script, and for the life of me, I could not read the whole script without messing up a word or taking a big pause, and probably took me 10 cuts, 15 cuts in there to get that.
I don't remember
30 seconds out of me.
I don't remember that. I remember it going very smoothly. So let's go with that. Let's go with that memory. You were one cut, Jake.
I was gonna say I like where your mind's at.
Well, I tell you what, Jake, that spot sure had a lot of miles over the year. I'm glad people aren't tired of it. But Jake, I did have an idea, and I actually talked to your mom about this last year. But I don't know how this would go over with Mr. Vosvik and the team at the Holiday Lights at Lindenwood. But I was wondering what it would be like if, you and I updated the ad, and I was a grandpa, and you were taking me to the Holiday Lights at Lindenwood along with your kids. I wonder if we could do an update, or if we'd ruin a good thing.
It sounds like $1 million idea. I like that.
Well, if we swing it, you've got to be the one that cuts the spot. So we'll have to come over here and have you check our water, and then cut the spot while you're here.
I'd love to do that.
All right. Well, Jake, thanks very much. You getting married or anything? You going to break any news on the air today?
Nope, not breaking any news on the air today. But
Jake Anderson, who at one time was the little boy in the Holiday Lights at Lindenwood commercial. It's 13 years later, and he's all grown up, and he's just home from work and doesn't want to talk anymore. He wants to get going on dinner. So we're going to let you go. Jake Anderson, thank you very, very much. Appreciate you joining us today. You did a great job on that spot 13 years ago.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
That's our pleasure, Jake. Good to get caught up with you. KFGO time is 4:48. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. This is The Drive on the Mighty 790 KFGO.